Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm afraid I can't see how many attendees we have right now. We're having a bit of a tech issue here. But thank you, everybody, for joining our webinar. And I'd also like to thank Rave for hosting this event. I'll be presenting today. I'm joined by Galia Bendor, who is WallSmart co-founder and co-CEO. And Galia will be joining at the end for questions and discussion. So I hope everybody takes down notes and writes down questions for later. So today we're going to be discussing innovations in smart homes and flush mounting. We're going to be trying to take a look into the future and see what current trends can tell us in terms of where things will be going, where we can, expect things to go. So in the near future, which is about the next 30 minutes, we'll be discussing design and tech trends. And then following that, challenges that ensue and that lie ahead. Some solutions for those challenges, and as I mentioned, in the end, some time for question and discussion. So if there are any comments, any notes, any questions, please jot them down. We'd be happy to hear your thoughts at the end. So looking ahead, what are the current trends and where will they lead the industry? So a useful way to peer into the future is to ask Hollywood. Depending on which movie you choose to believe, the home of the future might look like this. Maybe this. Or this. Hope you recognize some of these surroundings. Or maybe even this. Based on current trends, technology will be increasingly embedded or concealed completely in residential and commercial environments. Design trends continue to move towards a seamless, minimalist look that conceals both infrastructure and tech. So taking a look at design, at the design side of this, a few examples. So here we have invisible speakers. There are invisible speakers in this space. Flush, recessed, and concealed lighting fixtures. A few examples. Seamless, flushed-in design in kitchens and in other furniture. So that was where design is leading us. Technology trends continuously move towards more connectivity, more control, and interoperability. AI will increasingly feature in user interfaces and system management. So in current systems, we have in the automated home, in the smart home, we have lighting, climate control, home network, home security and entry control, multimedia and entertainment, power shades, power windows, voice control, and smart management systems to control all of the above. So growth areas in domestic automation for the near future that we have seen, that we foresee. First of all, health and wellness. So as a part of a broader trend, there are currently several areas in which smart home technology can contribute to a healthier life. Self-development and education, employment and work. We've seen a massive move towards work from home, And of course, a connected, automated environment at home can contribute to that. And many people say that working from home does contribute to their health and wellness. Social connections, climate control and air quality monitoring, hobbies and entertainment, and sports and fitness. A couple of examples of what we expect to see in the area of sport and fitness at home. So first of all, we do expect more chair yoga in the future, a growing trend, but also more connected tech, more advanced tech, for instance, involving augmented reality, devices that both connect to provide a more immersive experience and also monitor and log activity to enhance performance and monitor health. But there's more in the area of health and wellness, which we think is a leading area of growth. In the coming years, remote health and wellness monitoring, embedded sensors and interfaces will become more prevalent and less invasive. Taking, for example, blood pressure monitoring. So it used to be the case just a few years ago that to get a blood pressure test, you had to go down to a clinic, have a health professional administer a physical test. That changed. Nowadays, self-administered home tests, home kits for blood pressure testing are prevalent. We're now moving into wearable gear that will do this testing. We see a trend towards ditching even the wearables, ditching the user having to initiate a test, and just have the home environment monitor metrics like blood pressure and other important health and wellness metrics, monitor those autonomously, track and report them to health professionals to provide ongoing health monitoring for better insights, for better health. Another area is fall detection. Wearable technology can be replaced by sensors in the living spaces. And this is really a life-saving technology. The longer-term goal of remote patient monitoring is automated HAH, hospital at home. So a whole set of devices and tools that will help monitor health and reduce hospitalization days. Another area of growth in domestic and residential tech, Internet of Things, IoT, integrated connectivity and control. For instance, we'll take a space like the kitchen. Currently, one can buy a smart dishwasher, a smart refrigerator that have maybe a connection to an app that offers some features. What we see happening in the coming future is an integration. These separate smart devices will be managed together. They will communicate. Integrated spaces, such as kitchens, will offer connected devices with more capabilities and control systems driven by AI, managed by AI, to coordinate and maximize benefits and efficiency. Of course, this means that in the background, more technology infrastructure will have to be installed. Network technology, management devices. So definitely more work for integrators and system programmers. One more area that we see growing activity happening in is HEMS, home energy management systems. Nowadays, we have home energy generation systems, home energy storage systems, power walls, power banks, home energy generation mostly through solar. In the coming years, we expect to see integrated systems that optimize energy management. There will be a domestic grid that will be fully integrated with power generation, power storage, and power consumption, all connected to one monitoring system that will optimize and balance consumption and generation to lower costs, to increase efficiency. And once again, of course, Doing so will require network infrastructure, control infrastructure. So those are the three main tech trends that we see growing in the coming years. A few numbers on market trends. North America sprinting ahead in embracing smart home technology. Over half of U.S. households now have at least one smart device. Growth from about $38 billion in 2024. The expectation is to be around 50 billion or more in the coming years, reaching 67 billion by projection in 2028. New home construction and retrofits increasingly include smart devices. I'm sure you all know that. That's where things are headed. So we saw what the design requirements look like, coupled with the increase in variety, sophistication, and amount of home automation devices. All that leads to a set of challenges. A first challenge is wall and ceiling clutter. Some of the command and control devices can be, of course, stowed away in a technical space, but user interfaces, network devices, those have to be spread out throughout the residential space, leading to what is often called wall acne or ceiling acne. Very undesirable, especially given where design is going. So to meet the design expectations of homeowners, technology can be flush mounted or concealed altogether. Here we have a very low profile, very seamlessly installed access point unit in the ceiling here. Invisible speakers by companies like Amina and Stealth Acoustics. The image earlier in the presentation with the invisible speakers had speakers like this that completely disappear in the environment. Flush speakers are also an option by manufacturers like Klipsch and Russ Sound. Even an HVAC, flushing, blending the grills to match the surrounding and lower the profile, seamlessly integrate that aspect of home automation and home machinery with the environment as well. A few more examples of flush mounted gear, control gear. There's a voice command Josh unit there and a touch screen. A couple more examples here. In commercial spaces as well. So here we have a couple of examples of flush mounted conference room microphones from Sennheiser and from Shure. Conference rooms are spaces with a lot of gear hanging down, and there's also, of course, design requirements from those spaces. This is a way to meet that challenge. Another challenge is that home automation still suffers from platform fragmentation and a multitude of technical standards and protocols. I'm sure everybody listening has encountered that. Way to meet that challenge is stowing away multiple devices in large in-wall enclosures. So here we have a seamless enclosure that stows a Samsung One Connect box, an Apple TV box, and a network box, all easy to access near the devices that they service, but out of sight, blending in as per the design trends. Another useful way to mitigate this is using cross-platform control devices. For instance, the Bond Bridge, which can connect and coordinate multiple devices that use multiple protocols. Again, the Bond Bridge is stowed away in an in-wall enclosure, stowed away seamlessly there. The Hunter Douglas Gateway, which allows Hunter Douglas power curtain systems to communicate with a variety of smart home systems. And of course, wireless access points, providing network to the whole environment. One more challenge is that technology and design trends, and we've seen this during the presentation, change and evolve, leading to changes in both device size and device form factor. A couple of examples. So these two keypads offer some similar functionality. Of course, more functionality, more tech has been added, but homeowners still want to use the features that they got used to with the system that was installed whenever it was installed, but they also want to meet the evolving tech and the evolving design trends. So there's a distinct change in form factor here. Another example is these Crestron touch screens. So functionality has improved, form factor has changed, but there's still a home control system that the homeowner wants to control. So a way to meet this challenge is with retrofit mounts. These allow for upgrades and remodels while keeping devices in wall. So maintaining an in-wall installation that blends in nicely and updates the way, the mount itself is updated to meet the current models, the current tech that's being released. Another quick example. So for instance, installing a Josh AI voice control system in a space. Maybe an old dimmer switch or light switch is being removed. And instead of going into a lengthy install, basically all that's needed here is to run a wire, connect the Josh Nano unit, pop it into the existing electrical back box in the wall, and it's installed. So that meets both the technological advancement requirements and design requirements in the space. A few more examples of retrofit mounts in all kinds of environments and wall materials. There are also ceiling versions that are retrofit for access points. Here we have an upgrade of the challenge of upgrading and maintaining systems. Here we have an upgrade from a Wi-Fi 6 access point to a Wi-Fi 7 access point. You're invited to find the differences. Ease of access and serviceability down the road. So making the mounts easy to access, easy to service is key to making the systems friendly and inviting to both installers and homeowners. So that is also a consideration looking forward on how flush mounts are designed. Using magnets throughout the product to make everything easy and convenient to access, install, service, and if needed, replace. Let's move on. So we took a look ahead today. We looked at design trends, tech trends, the challenges that they bring to the table, and some suggested solutions for those challenges. We now would really like you to share your thoughts. What trends have you identified in your work in the field? How are you gearing up for what lies ahead? And if there are any unmet challenges that you've been facing in your work and are looking for a solution, that would be a great time to bring those up. So we're going to stop the presentation at this point. And if there are any questions, comments, anything you'd like to discuss, feel free. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I want to comment about challenges. We are, as a manufacturer, we don't see what you see in the field. So we need to listen to your challenges. Many of the things that Wallsmart developed along the years came from the field. the access point mounts came from someone who said that he has issues with with servicing those access points. And the nano was, okay, we have a new great solution, but we don't want the hassle to install it. So many of the things do come from the field, and if you want in this conversation, we will be happy to listen. And if not, you can always contact us later to talk about your challenges. Any other questions? Okay. So thank you very much for your time. We appreciate the time you gave us.
Yeah, thank you for joining. I have to say we had fun giving the presentation. I hope it was interesting and insightful. And we look forward to, like Galia said, whenever you face any kind of situation where you need a solution for flush mounting, for reaching the design expectations of a homeowner, to install the tech that they want, we'd be glad to help you out. Reach out to us. Thank you again to the Rave team for this webinar opportunity, and we hope to come back in the future.